type of listener are you? Are you an active listener? Do you get distracted easily? Do you really focus on the person speaking? Welcome to your Daily Whisper. Kara Bradley here. This week we have been talking about shining a light on habitual, everyday behaviors to gain awareness, to build that awareness around how we are doing things. Because as I have spoken over the course of the week, as you do one thing, you do all things. And so when we can become aware of how we walk, cook, tend, speak, and today listen, it can really offer us incredible insight as to how we're living, why things may not be happening, why we may be circling around and meeting the same types of situations over and over again. As I've said before, I use this term a lot when I was teaching yoga because our practice mirrors how we're living. And if you don't practice yoga, that's okay. How you work out, how you tend to your garden, how you cook, how you walk, how you speak, and how you listen reflects back, just like a mirror, how you're living your life. Are you mindful, intentional, deliberate, present? Are you speeding, distracted, frazzled, sloppy? This isn't judgment. This isn't judgment time. We do enough of that. This is really an inquiry. It's an investigation. And let me tell you, there is no time better spent than observing your daily actions. There is no self-help book out there or course or coach that can do this for you. Today, we're simply going to talk about, not simply, it's actually a big topic, active listening. And I am right there with you, my friend. I am not a great listener most of the time. If I can remember, then I am pretty good. But most of the time I don't remember. So there are 4 ways to be a better active listener. But yes, let's just go through it. First, pay attention. Pay attention to what somebody is saying in front of you, even if it's on a Zoom. Can you not multitask? Oh, that's a tough one. When we're not paying attention and we're thinking about something else, or thinking about how you're going to add to the conversation, what you're going to say, we are not actively listening. And you know what? Energetically, other people feel it. They do. So you can show how you're listening. That's number 2. First is pay attention. Number 2 is to show you're listening by nodding your head, by your body language, maybe even saying, yes, I understand. That's great. So just offer somebody the encouragement that you are right there, seeing them. I see you. Oh, I love that. I see you. It's one of my favorite sayings. Little side note, check the show notes for an episode on I see you. I think it's a really important point for today. 3 is to provide feedback. And that doesn't mean to interject yourself into what they're saying and, give them your opinion, but ask them questions about what they're saying. So what I hear you saying is, from what I'm gathering is, from what I understand you saying, is that you feel this way. That's provide feedback. And then number 4 is to not jump to conclusions, to really hear people out before you judge, before you give advice. Let them speak before you interject. So pay attention, show you're listening, provide feedback, and don't jump to conclusions or judgment. These are ways that we can become more aware of how we're listening so that we don't come to conversations with an agenda, that we're more patient with others. And believe me, I gotta work on this one myself. Oftentimes I just want to cut to the chase, people. Come on, let's get on with it. It's just my type AAA personality. But I'm working on it with you. Check the show notes. There's going to be a link to an article that I found that offers you these 4 techniques to be a better listener. And so to conclude this little mini-series, as you do one thing, you do all things. When you shine the light of your attention and awareness on behaviors, it's going to reflect back. Not only how you're doing that one behavior, but how you're doing everything. How you are living your life. And this, of course, is always blanketed with a warm hug of loving kindness, self-compassion, non-judgment. There, sweetheart. I know you're trying. There. Let's look at this a little more closely. Wonderful. Thank you for being here and for listening. And thank you for tuning into yourself, because when you are more mindful, more aware of your own behaviors, when you start to make those subtle shifts, others around you feel it and they start to shift as well. This is how we walk each other home.